we had to let an employee go recently. And I went in my role at this company as COO, and I went with the employee, met with them the day after, the news was broken. And one of the things they communicated to me was feeling hurt and angry that they were communicated that they were let go by like the person that they had the longest relationship with, the CEO. But then I was the one who was coming to have a conversation with them about next steps and offboarding and things like that. And while the reality of delegating in a business is that's going to happen, like I've been a COO at multiple organizations now, some way longer than others, but that's kind of part of the job. CEO and COO work together hand in hand. Sometimes even depending on the season, they'll swap in and out together. Mike and I have done that a few times. We're like, it just needs to get done. And when you have two strong executives, the work just needs to get done. So anyway, I did that same situation at an old company of mine, OTL, where I did something very similar to somebody. The only difference was I was actually friends with this person for like a decade before this even happened, and he worked for me. And as she was talking to me about her feelings, we had a very good conversation, but man, it sparked like a strong feeling of needing to make amends for how I handled that friend's termination. Because basically what I did was I had my operations manager let him go while I was out of town at an event. In the moment, I thought I was delegating properly because it was technically the operations manager's role. Like the friend was underneath the operations manager. So like from a delegation standpoint, it did make total logical sense. And I was probably right from an operational standpoint of running a company. And I was also really wrong from a friendship standpoint of being a friend. And I've regretted like choosing. It was easier for me to delegate and be operationally on point than it was to be the best friend that I could have been and have that conversation face to face. And so I sent him a text message after having this conversation with the employee at this company this week. I sent him a text message and just apologized. After 2.5 years, I sent him a text message and apologized because he deserved it. And so that's what I did. So my encouragement from this story is just, man, listen to your heart. Like if you feel it and you know it and it's calling you, just do it. Don't ignore it. It doesn't have to take 2 years, 3 years or longer. Just follow that calling. It is always worth it.